ฮัลโหลสวัสดีครับ เดี๋ยวผมสลับหน้าจอเนาะสวัสดีครับ สวัสดีทุกคนด้วยนะครับ โอเค ขอขยับเก้าอี้แป๊บหนึ่งมา โอเคครับสเกิร์ตเราส่งมากันเรียบร้อยแล้ว ก็จริงๆ หลุดเรททั้งคู่ครับ หลุดเรททั้งตัวหลุดเรททั้งอาวุธเลย อาวุธนี่ได้ของเฉินเหอมาเนาะก็นับว่าแตกพ่ายแล้วกัน ตัวอาวุธถือว่าแตกพ่ายอยู่
Unleash! Cryo Incarnate! Smile!
แรงนะสเกิร์ตอะทำไปเล่นไป คือถ้าเกิดคุณมีเอสคอฟฟี่อะมันจะเล่นง่ายขึ้นมาก แต่นี่ผมต้องสารภาพตามตรงว่าตัวผมเองเนี่ย ไม่มีเอสคอฟฟี่มันก็เลยแบบค่อนข้างยากนิดหน่อย ตอนเล่นจริงครับผมขอทาลิปมันก่อน จริงๆ ถ้าเกิดใครมี S Coffee กับ f ู r ิน่าอยู่แล้วเนี่ย ผมเชียร์ให้สุ่มตัวนี้เลยนะ ตัวนี้เป็นตัวละครที่เก่งมาก เก่งจริงๆ ผมขอปรับทีมนิดหน่อยนะครับ ขอเปลี่ยนจากตัวนี้ ตัวของชาร์ลอตเป็นตัวนี้
Leave me alone.
แล้วตัวของ
Never
ฟูริ
mind.
นะจะ
Let's
เป็น
go.
มีตัวไหนแปลน้ำดีๆบ้างวะก็คงเป็นเย่หลานไม่ก็ซิลชิวแต่ในจุดนี้ผมให้ตัวของม
It's time to
เย่หลาน
pull
แล้ว
the
กัน
trigger.
โอเค เดี๋ยวเรามาเล่นเควสในเรื่องกันเลยครับกุญแจแห่งการเริ่มต้นของโชคชะตา มาลุยกัน สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีคนที่เข้ามาดูนะครับพิมพ์พูดคุยกันได้เนาะ
Take it easy. Oh, Tulani and Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here.
Oh, hey, Kochi-san. What are you doing here all by yourself?
เสียงไพมอนเปลี่ยนปะผมรู้สึกว่าไม่ใช่เสียงนักพากย์คนเดิมแล้วนะ
Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now.
All right, got it. But seriously, what do you take me for? That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while. That would count. Yeah, all jokes aside, you're right. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon, and so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run out of staff for patrols.
Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work.
I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout, but more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to compete in any of the most popular weight classes. and there's no real competition in my own weight class.
รุ่นน้ำหนักที่อีซานอยู่ก็ไม่มีคู่แข่งอีก
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no! Don't look at Paimon like that. We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you. Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, alright? Otherwise, Beyond-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition!
Perfect. I managed to get you on board with just one look. Thank you both. It should be pretty routine. Just keep your eyes peeled and make sure nothing strange is going on in the area. That'll free me up to check the other section. Let's meet back at the settlement when we're both done.
Sure thing. Just leave it to us. We're experts at stroll.
ผมกำลังคิดอยู่ว่า อะไรจำเป็นมากกว่ากัน เพราะก็ต้องบอกตามตรงว่าฟรุยนะเนี่ยเป็นตัวที่แปะน้ำดีที่สุดและกำลังเลือกอยู่ระหว่างซับอีกตัวหนึ่งว่าเราจะใส่อะไรดีในกรณีที่ใส่ฟรุยนะแล้วเราไม่มีตัวละครอย่างเอสคอฟเฟียร์ผมก็อาจจะมองว่าตัวของบิโอนาก็ตอบยากผมมองว่าชาร์ลอตเนี่ยนะเป็นตัวเลือกที่น่าจะดีที่สุด
I knew you'd miss me. What's this? Was there always a cave here? We should go.
ข้ามบทพูดไปเฉยได้ผมขอโทษครับ
Hey, there's a hilichurl here. Is it sleeping? Why is it hiding away? Ah, you woke it up.
อย่า
Huh? It ran away. Oh, guess our reputation in Natland is more fearsome than we thought. Even... You mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off. Huh. Paimon bets that hilichurl thought it was a priceless... Let Paimon take a look. Hilichurls aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still... What is it? You look so serious, Olive. Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look
อัน
Natlanese.
เลียว
Where do you think it's from? What do you mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship? Wait, you mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Tibet? So, how did that key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it? Whoa! Yeah, these look identical. So, if
It
one of
is.
them's yours, does that mean the other one is... Knew it! Huh, the keys to a spaceship! Huh, somehow that really rams home. But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is, the simplest explanation is that your brother lost his key somewhere not far from... If that's true, it means your brother was here recently. Yeah. Man, this is so crazy. We only agreed to help with the Ansan's patrol on a whim. And now, we've made the... Should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think...
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the extra mile to...
Oh, hey, Eon-san, what's up? Didn't think we'd see you. We were actually just about to go meet up with you. We've made...
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been
Wait, canceled? What?
The Abyss Order attacked.
อืม
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first time I've known them to take. It's like they're preparing to go to war against our entire.
One little sect versus the entire nation of war? How are they expecting to pull that off? Based on everything we've seen from them so far, they usually prefer to act in the shadows. So, what's different about it this time?
No clue. All we know is that they've attacked our tribe, but that doesn't tell us much. Our defenses are holding strong so far, so I'm gonna head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and see what Mawika knows. If there's any information out there, she's the one people report. Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero of Natlan is on the case. Great, then let.
สวัสดีครับ มีใครสุ่มสเกิร์ตแล้วบ้าง มาขิงกันได้นะ ของผมนี่ถือว่าเละเทะเลย หลุดทั้งตัว หลุดทั้งไอ้นี่เลย หลุดทั้งประจำตัวเลย แต่ยังโชคดีนะครับว่าประจำตัวเนี่ยได้ของเฉินเหอมาพอดี ก็เลยแบบ แค่แก้ของเฉินเหอนิดหน่อย ก็ไม่ได้มีอะไรมาก
Mawika!
Oh? Ah, great timing, Ian-san. I was just about to
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike. Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us.
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity, and we have no particular quarrel with them.
Could it be revenge, perhaps? Would they want to get back at us for a recent victory over the Abyss?
Oh, seems unlikely. But then again, Paimon wouldn't put anything
แต่
past
กลุ่ม
the
Abyss
Abyss
กับ
Order.
Abyss Order เนี่ย ภาคี Abyss Order กับตัว Abyss เองเนี่ย มันคนละอันกันเนาะ ถ้าผมจำไม่ผิดนะ ใช่ไหม
It's too early to
ผม
say
ไม่แน่
anything
ใจนะ ลืม
definite.
ละ
For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
How are the battles going? Not too many casualties, hopefully?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time. Our brave warriors have just emerged victorious from an all-out fight against the Abyss itself.
Yep. We have a whole nation's worth of seasoned veterans.
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. They cannot endlessly replenish their forces for starters. However, this is still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties. The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Traveler, this is one war that Natlan can handle on its own. Oh? In what?
บอกไปตรงๆเลย
That's how it is.
I see. Mike, if you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what his goal could be?
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best term. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, she's been trying to track her brother down and get some answers. But
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh.
ทะเลาะ
A
กัน
pretty common occurrence between
ลามมาถึงทั่วประ
siblings.
เทศเลย
well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate. Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right? Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind.
ไม่นะ
If you don't plan on staying here with me,
Orlanกู
I'd recommend
เจ้าล
going
งมา
there
ตี
to lend them a hand.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should support the other.
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away.
ใช่ไหม ใช่แหละ เมืองเป็นเผ่าของโอรอนกับซิลาเลีย เจ้าลมลาตี้อืมผมจำไม่ได้ผมปั้นบาบาร่าไว้ถึงขั้นไหนอะแต่น่าจะไม่ได้แบบอะไรขนาดนั้นนะ
Wish me luck.
บ้างนะ
La-da-da.
อ๋อก็มีไอ้นี่อยู่นี่หว่าอาร์ติแฟกต์โอเคของบาบาร่าครบอยู่ โอเคบาบาร่าอย่างไรก็ยังเล่นได้คาซีนไหมอยากเห็นคาซีนที่คุยกับพี่
Look, it's Eulalie.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
How are things looking? Mawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Eulalie out of.
Dire? No, I wouldn't. I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something? The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so...
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
Hey, she's saying your brother has poor taste.
Wait, what? Are you saying her brother is a member of the Abyss Order? I only said that because I was mad, but...
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming.
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon. Things were getting off.
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Eulalie.
Obey!
Oh no! Let the show be.
Phew. Much...
Oh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already, I might have reconsidered whether your tribe really...
If anyone should be reconsidering, it's...
Experience says that if we head in the direction they were attacking from, we should find their... Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base?
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any help?
The warriors from the Masters of the Nightwind are here!
ปันจมูกพระเจ้า
The battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds. So well, morale's high and everyone's here. Let's go take down that stronghold.
Manifest! Extinguish!
Forward! Crush them!
เครื่องเทียนแสงสลวดที่ใช้ขึ้น โดยสาวกที่เริ่อมใส่ในอาบิสและความโกลาหลมันจะดูดซับพลังงานธาตุของตัวละครที่อยู่รอบตัวอย่างต่อเนื่องและแปลงเป็นเกราะภพแห่งความว่างเปล่าอ๋อโอเคแค่บอกว่ารีบทำลายมันสินนะ
What is that thing?
จัดไปพี่ชาย
It's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it. The Abyss Order's resistance is faltering. Now's our chance.
Manifest! Surge! You must be the boss here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Night Wind.
All who resist the abyss will pay the price!
Shower me with manifest!
Grant me new life!
Power.
The abyss shall wrap.
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
Huh. The Abyss Order's all.
To be honest, this was anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology. Well, whatever. I'll just have to make up for it with some extra wine at the victory.
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, maybe it's just me. But an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs, but this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemies here gave up and fled the moment that...
Huh? Not sure I follow. They did a tactical retreat, that's all. It's just a different strategy.
I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire nation. They don't do things in half measures.
So you're saying there's more to this than meets the eye?
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this stage. So...
Paimon had a hunch, but you're right. If we can somehow use that key to track down your sibling, maybe we can end this war before things get serious. And maybe you can finally get some answers.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast.
Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things here.
I'll protect us. And we're back where we started. That Hilichurl probably found the key nearby, right? Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. Yansan and Lali are waiting for us. Ugh. We've scoured the entire area. Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of your brother's... Seems kind of ludicrous to lose something so important in such a dumb way. But then again...
Oh, thank goodness! Someone's here.
เฮ้ย
Please help me!
ชุดมันไม่ใช่คนของไอ้นี่นี่
Who are you? What happened?
No, now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do something?
Yeah, where are they? Paimon doesn't see any monster.
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking around.
We're not. We're complete.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
What's wrong with that girl? She... Oh no! It looks like something really... Quick, let's see if she's okay. What's wrong? Are you hurt? What was that?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous.
หลอน โอเค เห็นแล้ว เอ้ย พัฒนาไม่ใช่ดูเบสแล้ว
Oh, now you finally see them. Well, it's a great.
Savior?
Unleash.
Let's dance. You done? Paimon still can't see. You just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Kind of funny, actually. Oh,
เป็น
Really?
เด็กที่แปลกดิ
Sure. It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. No, I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this, I'm just a little shy, that's all.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands with someone before? You sure get flustered easily.
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deirdith. Thanks for, saving me just now. I'm really grateful for your help.
ที่อะไรนะ เดรไดต์
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deirdith. Thanks for, saving me just now. I'm really...
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With her around, you'll be safe from... So, what was the deal with those monsters just now,
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't, I thought you were making fun of me.
Whoa! That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters? Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't, but more importantly, to the...
It's nothing serious. But I did sprain my ankle back there. I won't be
Good idea. We'll take you.
Thank you so much. Despite getting injured, I still feel much safer with you around. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk running into any more monsters.
Yeah, you already took a big enough risk coming out here all on your own. So, where are you from, Deirdith?
A small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... Yeah, I have no idea where I am anymore. Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey.
Huh. That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior.
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is so uncanny. There was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, a savior would reveal themselves to us. The day of disaster is almost upon us. So my grandmother begged me to leave the village and find the savior before it's too late.
Doomsday?
I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw her. Well, the Traveler's definitely got what it takes to be a savior, and she's already got a ton of titles, so she won't mind one extra.
Actually, I don't think it's her.
What? But didn't you...
Everything except the gender. The savior was described as a young man.
อ๋อเอ้ยแปลว่าถ้าเกิดเราเล่นเป็นตัวเอเธอร์เนี่ยจะพูดถึงตัวของลูมีนซึ่งไม่ใช่ยังแมน
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior? Really?
แปลว่าเอเธอร์
Oh, of course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be him.
Who? Who is it? You have a brother? Well, then that's it. Oh, it's him. Please, can you take me to see him?
Are you sure about that?
Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find him.
Huh? But is...
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for him anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together. Yes, everyone says that the disaster is inevitable. But the savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched.
Doomsday ก็คือคิดว่าน่าเป็นเซเลสเทียหรืออบิสวะ
See?
แต่ถือว่าเป็นตัว
She broke
NPC
eye
ที่สวยนะ
contact. Sure sign of a guilty conscience. Time to press her for... What's wrong, dearest? Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going...
Oh, I just... how should I put it? The Traveler looks just like the savior of my dreams. And it's not every day that the savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
What do you mean, limit? What happens
Do that,
after
Taiwan,
3
yeah.
seconds?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to move again. If you manage to find the savior in the meantime, please come.
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden.
Alright then. Well, take care.
แต่อยากรู้
What
ว่า
a
เอเธอร์จะโผล่
mysterious
ไหม
girl. We should definitely keep an eye on her. But hey, at least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help look for your brother when she's healed. Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they need our help. I'll protect us.
แต่พูดถึงใช้เป็นบาบาร่ามันก็ไม่ดีอีกอะเพราะบาบาร่ามันก็ถ้าให้พูดตามตรงมันก็เนี่ย ใช้เป็นใครดีวะตัวแตะน้ำที่เหมาะสุดมันก็คือฟรีนา
Hey,
let me double check our equipment. All right.
Let's start things up.
แต่ผมว่าชอบคอสตูมของดาเลียมากเลยนะ คือเป็นตัวละครที่เท่มากอะมันสวยมากเลยนะ ผมสีชมพู เสื้อสีแดง ตัดกับสีขาว อุ้ยเกือบตกเฮียเลย ใจกูจะวาย บอกให้รู้ว่ากูอวยตัวนี้ อยู่ไหนวะ ลูกชายคนใหม่กู อุ้ยนะเก็บไว้เล่นไงนี่
Oh, you're back.
เก็บไว้เล่นกับพี่
How
นิว
did it go? Find anything?
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest.
So I take it that the war's still on? That's okay. I just wasn't sure, because things seem to be at a stand. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us. And since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either. In a word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh. Really makes you.
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards? They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest.
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
Great. Thanks, you two.
Fighting for-
I'm sure they'll show up soon.
ความเร็วบวก 20 แล้วก็บวกของมิกะไปอีก เท่าไหร่ 22 44 เยอะนะ ไม่ใช่ไม่เยอะ ผมว่าเยอะมากเลยนะ Radiant Pastelเดี๋ยวผมว่าน่าต้องอัพดาเลียแหละ แต่ผมชอบนะ เป็นตัวละครที่จะว่ามันเท่มันก็เท่นะ ไม่ใช่ไม่เท่
Wow, Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't. You do? Then it's truly an honor to serve alongside you once more.
ขออนุญาตนะครับ แป๊บนึงนะ เดี๋ยวผมมานะ ขอโทษครับมาแล้วครับ
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy. Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work. But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
ขอขยับเก้าอี้ก่อน โอเค
Interesting. Oh well, the more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an act. Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no—
Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength.
เนี่ยชอบมากครับเป็นตัวละครที่เท่นะ แล้วชุดก็สวยด้วย ถ้าพูดกันตามตรงผมชอบมากกว่าตัวสเกิร์ตอีกสเกิร์ตมันยิ้มได้ไหมอ๋อ มันมีท่าทางที่มั่นใจอยู่ แต่ว่าผมยังเลเวลไม่ถึงไปว่ากัน
Huh? Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this like a meet and greet? I wasn't. I'm so.
Hey, come on! You'd march to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a traveler, huh?
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war. But a one-on-one chat with our great hero? That could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
รูมีม
How can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong? Or if my posture's bad? Or if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face? One bad impression can stick for life.
ซิกแพคแน่นอยู่นะ พูดถึงตัวละครตัวเนี้ย เห็นไหม แล้วดูอิโตะกู ไอ้ซัด
No one's here to judge you on your posture or your facial expression.
Alright, I'm sorry, great hero, but I have a small favor to ask.
What Paimon guess? An autograph, right? That's
May I challenge you to a fight?
what? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time? Huh.
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. But I am still on patrol. So please, Great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes?
Ugh, again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
Woohoo!
โดนทาวเวลเลอร์ตบปะเนี่ย
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us. I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini.
Ugh, Paimon can't.
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that.
Okay. Well.
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new enemy movements.
As Paimon expected, nothing here either.
You're back. So, did the guards find anything?
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentalo.
Hmm?
Traveler? You're back
เรา
already?
ทรงนี้เมาแน่เลยจิโรริโก
No one thought to wake me up, huh?
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face value, but regardless, what I meant to say is, I heard something about the Abyss Order engaging in meditation.
Yeah, that's right. Does it mean anything to you, Siglali?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still. It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
Oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going on. No wonder the shamans that Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and—
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some in war. Adequate planning and preparation is—
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're ready to talk— Oh? Sure, what is it? Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in physical form? It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the—
Alright, we get it.
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge? Anyway, the short answer is— there are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said—
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
Hey, I'm not that old!
Care to elaborate on what happened? This—
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? Sounds a little contrived.
Huh? That's the part that bothers you?
Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact, whether that be hand-holding or otherwise. But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior. That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth. Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just hard not to be suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else can, calls the leader of the Abyss Order her savior. At the very least, we should remain vigilant.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that cave.
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy. Just be careful.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll show up soon.
ผมรู้แล้ว ตัวที่น่าจะรีเจนพลังงานทัน คือซิงชิว ไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวค่อยว่ากัน เดี๋ยวเราลองเล่นอย่างนี้ก่อนครับ ผมไม่แน่ใจว่ามันจะดีหรือเปล่า ผมก็ตอบไม่ได้จริงๆ โอ้โห ไม่ได้ช่วยเฮียพอกัน ดาเรียนี่ผมต้องบอกไว้ก่อนนะครับว่ายังปั้นไม่เสร็จนะ
Surprise baptism. Anyone else? Here we are. Deirdre will still be here. Oh, it's so quiet though. Uh-oh. What if Yansan was right? Maybe she never intended to stay here at all. Traveler, watch out!
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. Did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walked into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
Oh, that's weirdly precise. Though, it does explain why your attack on the Traveler was so weak. Wait, if you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero. She already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image.
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of... Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now too. Go on then. You can join us for dinner.
Whew. I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
Huh. You can really pack it away, Deirdre. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this far.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total glutton.
realize how late it is. Hey, the night sky here is really pretty.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it. I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now, I'm finally...
You weren't in there that long.
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, and often, my mind would drift. But my grandma would tell me, the answer to that question doesn't really matter. Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us.
Paimon kinda gets you. But is it kind of like how journeying with the Traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
I really treasured my world. For a really long time, the village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior. But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
Yeah! Go you!
So, I finally ventured out and set off on my... I'm going to make my world bigger. One step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars. Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child. Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another world.
Yeah, one day. Oh, if only we could tell her. But it's probably best.
I need to find the Savior and protect my world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow. That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing, so I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what? That's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Sorry. I got a little carried away. Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monster.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
Can you see them now?
มันมีจริงด้วยเฮ้ยพลังงานธาตุว่ะลูกสาวกูโชว์
I can't see anything. But please.
May the Archon protect you! Final warning! Manifest! Do your master's bidding! Extinguish! Mine to wield. Let's stir things. Merciless. Just say it, the animal art. Precision unleash by ordinance divine. Fearless. Paradigm shift. Surprise back.
Leave the wounded to me. You had your chick.
Manifest.
That's more like it.
Bud. Surge. Get hot.
Power.
ไม่เหมาะ
Huh?
พอลองทีนี้แล้วไม่เหมาะจ
Wow,
ริง
that was fast. Did you get all of them? Oh, Paimon's slowly but sure. You doing all right, Deirdith? Deirdith? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under
I was just. The image of the traveler fighting.
Alright. Whatever floats your boat.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late. What?
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What? Alright. Deirdith will be... Huh? Deirdith? Why are you going in alone?
อ้าวเจอแล้วว่ะเจอแล้วมึงคุยกับใครเนี่ยเฮ้ยมันคุยกับวายอฟเหรอ
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed. A
Hey, what?
blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth of a savior.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare. I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares, but it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even worse. I'm so sorry.
Oh, is that right? You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
Self-control? What is... No way is Paimon... You go ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
Oh, do I really seem that shady to you?
Well, Deirdith, there should be enough food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste.
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all this for me. 3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal. Then I'll continue.
All right, then we'll be off. Bye for now, Deirdith.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
Ah, that's a good point. We share the same goal, but we're constantly on the road, so we've got no fixed address. How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for sure.
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
It's the Abyss Order! But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're... running away?
Where? What are you talking about?
เดี๋ยวก่อนนะ ผมขอสันนิษฐานก่อน อ่ะ มาถึงช่วงแบบดมกาวกันบ้างดิเรสเนี่ย ตายไปแล้วหรือเปล่า ไม่เห็น ไม่เห็นมอนสเตอร์ในโลกจริง แต่กลับเห็นมอนสเตอร์อีกโลกหนึ่ง ก็น่าคิดนะ ก็น่าคิดเหมือนกัน
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs. You don't see them? They're heading right this way.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters. You're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Well, might as well mow these ones down, just so they can... Woohoo! All done! Their morale seems super low. Guess they really were on the run.
So, there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
So, any ideas on why those monsters might have been running away? Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried. We gotta go. Bye for now, dear.
See ya, and please take care.
เพราะตัวดิเรเดสเองเนี่ยก็เหมือนจะไม่รู้จักตัวของมาวิก้าด้วยนะ ผมก็เลยคิดว่า ไม่ใช่ว่าดิเรเดสเองก็ตายไปแล้วหรือเปล่า แต่พูดตามตรงว่าไม่เหมาะจริงๆ ทีมเนี้ยไม่ได้ เอาเป็นทีมของ
I have high hopes for this journey.
ถ้าเป็นทีนี้ ผมไม่แน่ใจนะว่าจะเหมาะหรือเปล่า คือไม่ชัวร์เลยอะแต่ตอนเมื่อกี้เนี้ยที่เล่นตัวของดาเลียไป ผมชอบดาเลียนะ แต่ผมรู้สึกว่า น้องเข้าไม่ได้กับไอ้นี่จริง
Hey, Yansan! We're back! We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now.
The front line has collapsed.
Huh? But how?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
No, we're still mustering troops. No, so at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened, but just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy line. What? One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls. They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, I'm only recounting what I heard. And I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them.
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description, we're already pretty honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time you showed up.
อ๋อ แดนสเลฟเหรอ
Dainsleif.
จริงด้วย ผมว่ากูก็ว่าแล้วทำไมมิกากูมันแปลกๆ โอเครู้เรื่องพี่ชาย ผมขอขโมยของดาเลียมาใส่ให้กับมิกาก่อนดีกว่าผมชอบดาเลียนะแต่ผมคิดว่ายังยังไม่เหมาะแล้วกันอ่ะสำหรับตอนเนี้ย
Coming!
It's been a while, Dane. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Ian-san.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsliff. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
เสียงเดียนสเลฟหายเหรอ
Please don't mind him, Ian-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty
It's quite all right. Uezo Janssen respects those of great power. It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance. Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't...
เยซานดูอารมณ์ดีมากเลย
Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's a... Ugh, so stubborn. But whatever. So anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? We thought so too. But it's... What do you think we should do? Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right? Wow, okay. A rare, candid response from Dane. Well, actually, we found her brother's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. He must have lost it. Oh, and there's more! She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw she also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably her brother. Yeah, that's right.
เอาละแปลว่าคนของคาเรียจริงดิ
Wait, Wasn't her brother called the prince, though? Where did this savior thing come from? Sounds like the people of Conria really believed in him. Gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya. Except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't explain the invisible monster situation. Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind for tonight? You must be tired.
อยากเล่นเดนแล้วอ่ะคือต้องบอกปูสเกิร์ตมาแล้วอ่ะใช้คำว่ายังไงดีปูตัวที่พลัง OP ขนาดนี้มาแล้วนะมันไม่ใช่พลังในโลกของเทวัตด้วยไงผมก็เลยคิดว่าถ้าเกิดว่าจะเอาเดนมาในแพทช์6ก็ไม่น่ามีใครโกรธนะถือว่าออกมาก็โอเคด้วยเพราะว่าตัวเดนสเลฟเองก็โผล่มาหลายแพทช์แล้วผมก็คิดว่าหลายๆคนอาจจะรอให้พี่แกเนี่ยโผล่มาจริงๆแล้วก็ได้ด้วยเหมือนกัน
All things come to an end, even time itself.
จริงๆโผล่มาก็ดีนะผมก็อยากให้เขา
Is that Dane and Neon-san Morning! What are you guys talking about?
Ah, you're here. I have some good news to We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that after their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's up the location? The Cinder City.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. And with any luck, maybe we'll find...
Yep, our army is almost ready. And we've sent a message to Mawika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
แป๊บนึงนะครับ
Huh?
ฮัลโหลครับขอโทษครับมาต่อละ
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsliff. I understand your concern.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be simple.
It's all right. I support.
Huh? Shouldn't you be?
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on. And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with Mr. Dainsliff. I wish you the very.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler. Oh, for a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone.
โอเคเดี๋ยวจะ4 ทุ่มแล้วเดี๋ยวผมพอแค่นี้ก่อนดีกว่าสำหรับเควสอันนี้แล้วเดี๋ยวเรามาต่อกันพรุ่งนี้เนาะเดี๋ยวผมเอาตัวไปทิ้งไว้ที่เมืองก่อนดีกว่าส่วนคลิปของตัวSkirk ผมน่าจะอาจจะเดี๋ยวดูก่อนว่าจะทำดีไหมเดี๋ยวว่ากันอีกทีหนึ่งเนาะโอเควันนี้พอแค่นี้ก่อนดีกว่าขอบคุณทุกคนที่เข้ามาดูด้วยนะครับถ้าเกิดมีคำหยาบคายตรงไหนในระหว่างไลฟ์ก็ขออภัยด้วยนะครับแต่วันนี้ก็น่าจะพอแค่นี้ก่อนเนาะแล้วเดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้เรามาต่อกันกับ EP 2ของ Quest 5.7 นี้กันโอเคครับแต่วันนี้พอแค่นี้ก่อนดีกว่าเจอกันพรุ่งนี้ครับทุกคนฝันดีครับอ้อลืมบอกวันศุกร์กับวันเสาร์ขออัปเดตวันหยุดหน่อยนะครับผมน่าจะไม่มานะวันศุกร์มีไปธุระข้างนอกและวันเสาร์ด้วยมีไปธุระข้างนอกเหมือนกันในช่วงเย็นก็เลยอาจจะไม่มีการสตรีมนะครับแล้วเดี๋ยวผมไปอัปเดตให้ในชุมชนเนาะโอเคครับทุกคนเจอกันครับพรุ่งนี้มาต่อเควสกันพรุ่งนี้นะครับ